Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hopefully you are all fine. We have studied about cryptocurrency in our first lecture. Now we shall understand about blockchain technology, that what is blockchain technology do and what are the purposes of this blockchain technology. Okay, let's get started. In the content, we shall study about what is blockchain, how does blockchain work step by step, why is blockchain so secure? And number four, connection to cryptocurrency. What is blockchain? Blockchain is decentralized distributed digital ledger that records transactions across many computers called nodes. It is a system that we can set in our simple English. We can set that it is a system that is connected with many computers. These are called nodes to do transaction of e-currencies in a secure, transparent, and tamper-resistant way. It is secure, sincere, and transparent way to do transactions, whether we are going to take money or to deliver money. It is very transparent and secure method of transferring money to anyone. It stores data in blocks that are linked together in a chain. In a chain, we used to do many tasks in the blockchain that are stored in blocks in blockchain, which is using cryptography. Once information is added in the blockchain, if we are going to add information in blockchain, it becomes extremely difficult to change or delete. It is almost impossible to change or delete any task or data that we are going to transfer in the blockchain, making it immutable, unchanging. This technology powers cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. And the things that we are going to do in the form of data, it is secured in the blockchain. And if we are going to transfer or to take Bitcoin or Ethereum from blockchain, it is stored in these nodes. But it is also used for supply chain tracking, smart contracts, voting system, and more. Many other tasks are done in the blockchain, which are including voting system, contracts, smart contracts, and chain tracking. All the things are doing in the blockchain. Decentralized. No single person, company, or bank controls it. It is not controlled by any single person. Everyone on the network has a copy of ledger. Everyone which is going to control this blockchain are having ledger or a copy of this. Transparent, all transactions are visible to participant on public blockchains. Secure uses cryptographic hashes and consensus mechanism. It is also immutable. Alerting one block would require changing all following blocks, which needs agreement from the entire network. It is distributed. Data is stored across thousands of computers worldwide. Many computers which are containing blockchain worldwide, the data is stored in all the blockchains that the tasks we are going to do in the blockchain or the money e-currency that we are taking or to deliver are called the system of blockchain. It is secure, sincere, and transparent way of taking and delivering money. Structure of blockchain, simple explanation. Each block typically contains data, for example, transaction records, the money which is going to use in transaction. This record is taken in this blockchain. Timestamp when the block was created. It is time spent, hash, a unique digital fingerprint of the block's data. Hash is the unique fingerprint of every person in the form of computer or nodes containing the blockchain. Previous hash, the hash of the block for before it. This links the blocks together. The first block is called the Genesis block. Here are clear visual explanation of the blockchain structure. How does blockchain work step by step? Blockchain working is needed to be understand. A transaction is initiated. Someone sends cryptocurrency or any digital asset data. Uh, the transaction includes details like sender, receiver, and amount. It is signed with the digital signature of for security. As we can see that it is a transparent and sincere way of transaction of any currency. Here it can be seen that the cryptocurrency is taken or to delivering in the form of e-currency is secure in blockchain. It is the transaction includes the detail of sender and receiver, and all the amounts are also in the form of data are secured in it, and fingerprint digital signature or fingerprint are there for security. Transaction is broadcast. A transaction is sent to the network and enter a mempool waiting area. If we are going to do a transaction in it, it is secured in the network and sent to the waiting area. Verification nodes computers on the network check if the transaction is valid. For example, does the sender have enough balance? Is the signature correct? All the things are checked or verified by the nodes of worldwide computers in the waiting area. Whether the transaction is valid or invalid, if the sender is having much balance to transact for the transaction of money or not, all the things are checked and signatures are also verified. Blockchain creation. Valid transactions are grouped into a new block. If all the transactions are verified, then these valid transactions are grouped into a block. Consensus mechanism. The network must agree that the blockchain is valid. All the computers linked with each other containing blockchain agree that the blockchain is valid. Common method. Proof of work POW. Miners solve complex math puzzles used by Bitcoin. Bitcoin uses minor complex math puzzles which are to be solved, and then transaction will be done. Proof of stake POS. Validators are chosen based on how much cryptocurrency they hold stake used by Ethereum. It is checked by blockchain that a person is having cryptocurrency or not. Then it is proved by proof of stake, and then the transaction will be done. Block is added to the chain. Once validated, the block is added to the blockchain. The new block includes the hash of the previous block. If the transaction is done, verified, and validated by the blockchain, it is done by the new block include the hash of previous block. New block is settled on the previous block. Update across the network. All nodes update their copy of the blockchain. The transaction is now permanent. The transaction is done and it is permanently feed in the data that this is done. Here are helpful illustrations of the full process. This is the way that blockchain works. These are the nodes, and all the nodes are having data of all the transactions containing done by the customers or the members. Why is blockchain so secure? Cryptographic hashing. It contains cryptographic hashing for what it is secure. Even a tiny change in data creates a completely different hash. Definitely. Linking via previous hash, changing one block breaks the chain for all the following blocks. If there is done any change in the block or any changing in the transaction, then blocks will also be changed, and this link via previous hash, and it is blocked in the blockchain consensus. The majority of the network must agree on any change. If any change is done, that majority should be in the agree mode for what consensus is done. If someone tries to cheat, the network will reject the altered version because it won't match the majority's copies. Definitely, if someone wanted to cheat in this transaction of any data, the network will reject an altered version because it won't match the majority's copies. Simple real world analogy. Imagine a shared Google Sheet ledger that thousands of people have a copy of. Whenever you add a new row transaction, everyone's copy updates automatically. Definitely, if you are having any transaction, new transaction that will be matched in the previous transaction, and all the computers if verify these transaction, then this transaction will be done in a sincere way. No one can secretly delete or change old rows without everyone noticing and disagreeing. This is this is totally a network. If anyone tries to cheat, then all the network will be aware of all these changes, and this should be noticed and rejected by the many computers. Connections of crypto to cryptocurrency. Connections to cryptocurrency. In cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, transactions are recorded on the blockchain. In the blockchain, transactions are recorded. Miners verify transactions and add new blocks in proof of work. This is how new coins are created as a reward. Thank you very much for understanding and listening to me carefully. For any queries, any question, you can ask me, and I shall answer your questions in detail.